Hey, what's up, guys? Just wanted to give a little update for the Husqvarna 450X Automower. I made a couple videos last year, and a few of the commenters asked for an update. It's actually been working really well. I've had it for a little over a year now. Everything has been, overall pretty good. Haven't had many issues at all. The mower did a really good job. I have about 1.2 acres. Let's see over that way. I have quite a bit of property. This is it. I didn't mow one time with my actual riding mower. This was able to keep up. I have it going about 14 hours a day. What can I say? So the one issue I did have, and it's not the mower's fault, it's my fault. I put this pool in. As you can see, it's not even landscaped and stuff yet. So when they did that, I accidentally dug in. That's the charging station in the doghouse. So I dug right into the guide wires. What happens is when they put it in, if it's a harder to reach area, like over in my front yard, you kind of have to go like a specific way, because I didn't want it to go around I didn't want it to go over the driveway to avoid running the mower over. So I had to go all the way around to get over there by the mailbox. So in order to do that, have it go a specific route and all that, they put in a guide wire, and when they dug the pool in, the backhoe came and they just dug straight through all my wires. So other than that, we had to replace a lot of the wiring. It wasn't hard to do myself. I did buy some on Amazon. They have replacement electrical wire, low voltage electrical wire. You can see some of it. This is some of the new wire. It's not really dug in yet. But yeah, most of the wire that they put around the yard, they stapled it down, and it's pretty concealed now. Actually, sometimes I wish it was easier to find, because if there's an issue, or if I want to move it or something. But anyway, as far as the mower, you can see it's in pretty good shape. I have some brush that goes underneath over there sometimes, so it gets a little scratched up. Right now it's a stop mode or whatever, so that's why the lights are flashing. The lights are controllable by the app, so you can do it on, off. You can have them come on at night. I prefer to leave it off. I think it's pretty hard to see at night without the lights, so I like it that way. I think it's less of a target for theft. I also put these stickers on here. I'm sure you probably noticed none of these stickers come on it, so I think this pin code alarm one does, but the rest of it are not from Husqvarna. So I bought those online, put them on. I live right near kind of a main road and a pizza shop, so I was worried about somebody grabbing it or messing with it. So yeah, the blades have been good. I bought some on eBay. The Husqvarna ones are kind of a ripoff. But you can buy replacement blades on eBay for about $10 for 3 months worth. So let me go ahead and start it up. And just hit the buttons. And if somebody presses that stop button while it's actually mowing, or so I already had put the pin code in when I stopped it, but if they press the stop button, it will give them about 10 seconds. If they don't put the pin code in, it'll start blaring an alarm. I'm still, even at this point, a year in, I'm fine-tuning the cutting height. This time of year, it just started getting some grass growing, so keeping it kind of high. I just set it today a little bit lower, but it's one of those things you just gotta have to kind of trial and error. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I've got the deck in, so it goes underneath the deck. Not an issue there. If it runs into anything, you can see it hit the guide wire on the edge of the property there. But for the most part, it's pretty good as far as not getting caught up on anything. It really doesn't get caught or stop. One issue I did have, which I'll mention, is that for some reason a couple of times, probably like once a month or so, it has gone off and said mower lifted, and the mower's not lifted. I have cameras, and it's in my backyard and stuff. Nobody messed with it. So for no apparent reason, it's saying that it was lifted when it wasn't. So I don't know why. I contacted my dealer. He said that it's a software issue. Husqvarna actually issued a software update for the mower, like a firmware update, but they have to manually install it. So I've either got to bring it there, or they're going to come to me, which, it's my cousin, so I don't know if, all the dealers will do it for free, but he's coming by to do it, free of charge, to do the update. So that should fix that. Not the end of the world, but you know, something to keep in mind. I do wish the updates were a lot easier. I'm a tech guy. I mean, I could do it myself if they would just give me a file, you know, and plug it into a micro USB or whatever. That's not a possibility. They will not let you do it. Also, I learned that for those of you who might think of buying these on eBay, like I was gonna do, or wherever, you know, buy one yourself and put it in. If you don't get it from an authorized Husqvarna dealer or directly from Husqvarna, they will not work. I learned that there's, I guess, when you call to activate it, or you have to call in to activate it once you put the mower in and start it, and it has to pair it to your account. So the only way to do that is to call Husqvarna, and the only way that they'll do that for you is if you bought it from an authorized seller. So from what I'm told, the people on eBay selling them for cheaper, those ones may or may not work. I mean, maybe you could work with the eBay seller. They might. I'm assuming they are probably an authorized seller, so maybe they would be able to give you the code, you know. But you'd have to probably go do a little bit of a workaround on Husqvarna there to get a better deal. I think the installation was worth it. I mean, especially for a first time, you know, setup as far as where to put the wiring and all that. Also, the wheels, I mean, you can see it's a little wet right now. It's starting to rain. It rained yesterday. So the wheels, I just cleaned it, but it gets crapped up a little bit easy. You know, grass and mud. I mean, I do clean it pretty regularly. I just spray it down, or I have a nice brush. You're not supposed to spray the underside with a hose. I've done it. I mean, you just kind of be careful, I guess, maybe not get all the way into the internals. You know, I mean, as it is right now, like if it's mowing, it's totally waterproof. It can be in the, you know, rainstorm, just like they have online. You see people, you know, in the hurricane without a problem. So it could do that. I mean, problem is with that, you put it out in the rain, it's going to get grass and stuff all over it, clumps of grass and mud. So I usually send it in if I think it's going to rain. And you can do all that right from your app. So, you know, I'll be at the store or at work and I'll notice it's mowing. I know it's raining rather. And just go to the app and click park. So, pretty good. All right. And it's a little bit of noise when you're up next to it, but it's not intrusive. You know, I probably would stop it if I was like having a get together or something, maybe. And it was right next to where I was sitting. But other than that, I mean, not like a regular mower where it's going to be bothering you all the time. It does kind of bounce around randomly, and somehow it manages to get like every spot. That I still haven't figured out. You know, I would think it would do some kind of pattern or grid or who knows. It doesn't seem to. It just kind of, like you see it doing here, bounces around, picks another random direction, and off it goes. Sticks and stuff like that have not been a problem. It runs right over most stuff. Hoses, I have a sprinkler in the front. It runs right over the hose without messing it up. You do got to watch out if you have anything more than like an inch off the ground, because you'll hit the blades on it, so you can damage the blades, or you know, potentially it'll get stuck on it. If it rolls like halfway over it and then it kind of bottoms out, you would end up getting stuck. So do to keep an eye. Like I had these extension cords in the yard going to the deck because I haven't gotten it wired yet, and I keep in mind not to leave those things in your yard. You know, so it's a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of mindfulness, but you know, overall, I mean, it saves me a couple hours a week worth of mowing. Weed whacking is pretty much the only thing left to do around the edges and around, you know, tight spots. There's a couple of spots where it was too tight for the mower to actually get into, or they thought that it wasn't going to be able to. You can see it bounced off that bush. They thought the mower wasn't going to be able to get into there. It's like too tight of a corridor. It would get either stuck or not be able to go through. So they said just best bet is just to block it off and just do those couple of feet with the weed whacker. So there's a few spots like that, you know, I got to keep up on. To me, not a big deal. So, all right. Well, I'll show you what I did real quick with the docking station, because it's pretty cool. I don't know if I had this in the last video or not. So this is the docking station over here. I did take it in for the winter. I live in Connecticut, so snow and ice all winter. So this is the docking station. Probably due for a good cleaning, but I haven't yet. But you can see it, it's perfectly fine. I actually put it in this doghouse. I named it RoboChop, as you can see. We built this doghouse because I couldn't find anything online with an opening that was wide enough. It has to be like a 3 or 2.5 foot opening. So, and it can't be exactly the width of the charging station either, because it's not that precise. So, I mean, to get in there, this is about probably the smallest you'd want it to be able to get in without constantly hitting the sides of the mower house there. So it's pretty good. We built this little thing. I couldn't find one online. Maybe you can. Maybe you're handy as well and you could do it yourself. That would be great. You do have to plug the docking station in, so just keep that in mind. It's got to be plugged in all the time. I have it hooked up to the shed there. So, yeah. Let's see if, yeah, the front. If you can see over there on the other side of those trees, it's like I was saying with the passages, that little spot between the trees, that's the only way to really get around over there. So that's why, that's where one of the guide wires goes, is to direct it, go right between those trees and around and get up. That's pretty narrow over there, so it tells it to get up over there, so it does that whole side piece. But yeah, works pretty well. If you guys have any questions, feel free, shoot me a comment or a message. I'll try to make some more updates and stuff as time goes on, or if anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer them. So, all right, hope you all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.